In the fucking Manson family.
Oh, that looks so weird.
Big, massive, fat lobby sticker,
That's funny. That's Australian culture.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Do a little dance.
And then my account gets suspended.
Yeah.
The Skeptic and the Dude podcast.
Woohoo! Episode 40. How the fuck are we, boys?
Yeah, good, man. How you doing?
Doing pretty well, man. What's going on? You've moved. We're in a mystery location today, Joel, I see.
Yeah, mystery location. Very cool. It's, heaven.
This is your bedroom here, I see.
Yeah.
Nice,
Very cool.
Creamy
Very
coloured
cool
and
bedroom.
white. Yeah.
Yeah, better than
much,
the brick.
Yeah, much lighter upgrade, I see. Is that plaster walled?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I've also got heating for once in my room.
Okay,
Which is
that's
pretty
good.
dope.
So you went... Because I guess where you were in that brick room, it was like being in a garage almost, was it? But a studio,
and it was
right?
way smaller.
Studio. And way smaller,
Studio.
yeah. So now you're
and
no
it had
longer in
no
a
heating.
bunker. Yeah. Yeah, nice,
Yeah,
man.
and I feel... Yeah. The only downside is literally everything shakes when people walk past.
Oh, okay.
Because the house is kind of like up a bit more. It's hard to say. It's a kind of elevated house. Well, when you
Right.
see it in person, you'll understand. But like when people walk across the deck or walk outside my room,
Rattles the whole house? Yeah, okay.
yeah, it shakes a bit. So when I'm laying in bed, it's just like woo, kind of like shakes around. But
Yeah.
that's fine. Just
So
can't
what's it like in
do
Belgrave
anything
now?
naughty.
Living in
Yeah,
the
it's
hills
good.
with
I
the
haven't
hippies,
seen-
man.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much.
Not too many hippies yet?
Considering, no, well,
No?
just nothing much in general because we're in stage 4 right now. So
That's right. State of disaster, everyone. Hallelujah.
woot woot.
Curfew from 8
Fun
p.m. till
times.
5 a.m. Can't leave any more than 5 Ks from your house and 1 hour of exercise per day. Geez, so when did you properly move in? Just the other day?
Yeah, Saturday.
So Bayswater now is probably more than that 5 kilometre distance you're allowed to go. So it's probably just where you
still
got
have
it
to
all
go
done
back
in
and
time.
forth.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
with
but we
more
still
shit.
have to go. Yeah, because we've got to clean.
Clean all the shit
and
up.
shit.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. Nice.
So that's it. Yeah.
Good shit. How you
Not
doing,
much.
Zane? What was your weekend like?
Yeah, not bad. I had to celebrate the better half's birthday. That was
Hey!
that was this weekend.
Good work.
So, yeah. And then
And did you make her happy?
Fuck, I hope so.
We need to know, Zane. Did
Wait, did you
Did it
do
happen?
Did you make?
did
Oh.
yeah? Did you
Did
make
what
her
we
happy?
can.
Yeah,
do we
make
need
it
a
happy, yeah.
phone call confirmation for this one?
Yes.
Well, not necessarily, but I thought you were going to say, do I need to go in extreme detail? I was going to say no, just tell us whether you did it or not. But okay,
No.
if you don't trust yourself, then maybe we have to.
Maybe call
I
her up
don't.
and then she can go into detail.
Just
We'll call
just
her
to
up
be
and
sure.
Yep.
Then she can tell everyone what happened.
Yeah. Let's see if she answers. We'll do the good old fashioned Facebook call.
Yep. Classic.
Very classy. Oh, so you doing that sound? I thought that was it. For a second.
Sound just like it, man. We'll get copyrighted for that shit.
True. That's
Ooh.
true.
No answer?
She didn't pick up.
Didn't pick up. Declined the call.
Oh, okay.
You're in
She must have
trouble.
known. She knew
we're
it was
getting
going
a
to be.
typed
She goes,
response.
"Oh, fuck off. I'm
Yeah.
I'm on the toilet. Go away. Kind of thing.
Content.
Very.
He's he's in trouble.
No, I just
She's
said,
like, I told you not
she's
to
like,
call me.
yes, and I'm like, can I call? She's like, why? She's like, I have a very important
Content.
question.
Yeah.
Well, she knows it's for the podcast. We
Did
might
I,
get a complete and straight utter rejection.
Oh.
Okay. Well, just ask her through text, I guess. Hey, how was the last night? the other
Happy
day?"
times.
Exactly. How was the happy endings?
Oh,
was the
she's
Skype
like, do I
sex.
have to?
No, she doesn't have to.
She doesn't
but
have to.
We just tell her we need a confirmation.
We'll be very sad if she doesn't. No.
Hey, should we wait till episode 69 for a confirmation on this, and then Zane can go into detail? Because Either it happened or it didn't happen, or it did happen and it was extremely raunchy or something.
That's gonna be a raunchy episode. No, we got guests to come on that one.
Oh, that's right.
So-
Yeah. We can't forget.
We're waiting for a
Johnny
response.
Sins himself is coming
Too
on.
easy.
No.
Johnny Sims, yeah.
Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want him, let's get into his DMs, yeah.
Johnny Sins is coming on in episode 69.
I don't know if
Hell
I
yeah.
want that in like our in my personal DMs. Hi, do you want to come do
I'll
a
do it.
podcast? Thanks, Joel.
Episode
Take him one for the
69
team.
specifically. Come on, man. Yeah. So what else you get up to,
What?
man? So
Yeah, I did.
hey?
Woo! I did.
I thought you said you got
Oh, she
added
can
by
fi-
Johnny
Yeah,
Sins.
added, yeah, that fook me, that was fast.
Yeah, I got added. It's like,
Woo!
whoa,
That's
getting
getting
paid a premium.
But yeah, other than that, put a couple of Tats Lotto purchases in over the weekend.
Okay,
Put one in for the 20
you
mil
win?
that was drawn on Thursday. Won $50 there.
right.
Then
Oh.
won
Not too
$50
bad, not too
today.
bad. Jeez,
So you
alright.
made your money back.
I made my money back and profit, so I can't complain.
Good on you.
And then official
much
update.
profit?
Or they were $10
$5.
tickets, so $30. I reckon I made
Oh.
on each ticket I've won on.
Not bad.
Get
But
on that
official
lie,
update
mate.
on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
It's been sold. The eBay auction ended today.
Oh, okay.
who
How
bought it?
much did it go for?
So the grand total of what we sold for was $241.39.
It's not too bad.
So that
So
plus
what-
me
what's that
$50
is-
from.
Yeah, I'm gonna say $50 short of buying replacing the toilet set. Okay.
Yep. So
now, can I make a guess? Bought by Billy Hamlet?
No,
No. Oh, Hamlet Billy. XX.
it was bought
Oh,
by
but-
Brian Buttsworth in Swanview, Western Australia.
Yeah, that's definitely
Nice.
a listener of the show. No one's called Buttsworth. I've never met a Buttsworth. Who's this freak?
The absolute
So-
irony of his last name. But anyway,
Yeah, that's right. So has he inquired about the toilet seat yet?
He hasn't inquired about the toilet seat, so I don't think he's
Not
a
yet. Okay.
listener.
We might have to sell that
It's
on
alright.
and when we start
Yeah.
properly selling merch and we've got our brand all properly sorted online. We can sell
and when
them
we're
there.
allowed to actually come over and sign it. So that's also
That's
part of it.
That's right.
as
That's
well.
right.
Unless he wants to forge our signatures. But that's not very good.
It's only
No,
legal if we get caught,
definitely.
right?
I mean, we
That's
didn't
right,
say
Zane.
that.
That's true.
Yeah.
No. Even though it's been recorded and it's out there for the rest of the world to see. No, hey man, we didn't say it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
You know, I could just cut this out right now and no one would have ever heard it. You know, or I
yeah.
could have synced
true,
it
you
so it
could.
sounded like someone else said it. You know, we can be sneaky fuckers.
Yeah, so guys, I got a Mr. Poopy Butthole little figurine here, man. Look how cool that is.
Is that a character from Rick and Morty?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
pretty
Look
good
how
at this
cute.
shit.
Look how cute he is.
Okay, what'd you call him, Mr. Poopy Butthead?
Pu-
Poopy Butthole.
No, Mr. Poopy Butthole, yeah. That's his
Okay.
name.
Nice.
He's been
Is that
shot.
'cause- Right.
I thought it'd be a good segue to just get it off the illegal talk. You
No,
know,
this is
just,
this is a good little shit product review. So okay, so Mr. Poopy Butthole. I don't think I got up to that episode of Rick and Morty yet. What's
man,
what's
he's
his deal?
cool. Well, he
What's his
goes
ability?
ooh wee, and that's about it. And he's a beloved character by all.
And then he had
Okay.
kids, didn't he? He had kids in an
Spoilers. Yeah,
That
Yeah.
thing was allowed to procreate? Jeez, okay.
yeah, man, little dude.
episode. You wouldn't want little buttholes running around, Brandon? Just running
little
around the
poopy
household?
buttholes.
Oh, that's
Guys,
after
he doesn't
got
look
shot.
like a
Did
poopy
he,
butthole.
Did he? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is there some other like? How did he get that nickname? Just from
No,
making that sound?
Well, he is from Rick and Morty,
Yeah.
and I don't think
Enough
I think
said. That's
they'll
all.
plastic. So
Okay.
that's how they make
Fair
half
enough.
their episodes. They're just absolutely smashed, man.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
That's a good. That was a little segue that I thought.
Oh,
I'd
nice little shit product
throw
review.
a wrench.
Well,
Throw a wrench in there just to get it off the topic.
into the works.
illegal
Good
topic.
work. Well, Joel, I've got a little toy here myself. I got from hang on, from the neighbours. They were getting a bunch of shit out that they were throwing on hard rubbish, and they had this little device. Doesn't work, but it has this little little pressure device here, and what you do is
Nice.
you stick it onto the side of your window of your car, and then when someone cuts you off, you just do this, and then the finger jumps up. As sick as that. A nice,
That's pretty
useless
sick.
little device. So, and
That's
Dad
pretty
actually
cool.
put some sticky tape around it to keep it up, and actually drove around with it at the side there for a little bit.
Nice.
know?
It's very good. Also, on
So,
the
yeah.
topic of stuff we've bought, I bought a something for our podcast that's going to come in maybe October.
Ooh. Okay.
It's
So not a
that-
shit
it's
product,
bit-
but a good product.
a good
That's
product.
good.
It's a bit bigger than the Poopy Butthole, but it's the exact same kind of figurine. It's a Funko Pop, but it's not called a Funko Pop. It's called a U2s.
Oh,
And
okay.
It is Mr. Lewis Spears U2s that will be
Holy,
coming.
you did not.
I did.
Damn,
I
just
did, I
as
did
well,
it.
because I was considering it, but I thought, nah, fuck that. I'm 19. I'm almost a grown man. But no, good
No,
on you,
I
Joel.
saw it and
Good
thought,
on you. I'm glad.
all
I'm
right,
glad.
$40. Sure, man, I'll do it. And then I did.
Did you buy that at the time it went on sale at
Yeah.
August the 1st at like 5 a.m. or something?
Yep.
Fuck, man. Because are they sold
Did
out,
it,
or
man.
are they still?
I don't know.
I'll
And
inspect.
I don't have to worry. I don't have
Alright,
to
good
worry
work.
anymore. I bought it.
That's it. No, good work,
I was
man.
gonna do it for what's her name? Hey, I'm B as well. I was gonna buy one just so we have little decorations.
That's right.
for
Weren't
our
we meant to
podcast.
win for that? Weren't we trying to win that?
Mm.
She was
Yeah,
doing
and
like
I think a lot
giveaway or
of people got
something?
confused on our story because we just posted a picture of Hey,
Yeah.
I'm B and then
What
nothing
are these
else.
simps doing? What the fuck?
And everyone's just like, why is there a woman on
Yeah.
their thing that they just posted with no context whatsoever? But
Makes no sense.
yeah, I just thought, you know
Okay.
what, stuff it. I'm gonna buy a Lewis Spears one.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, man. And when
so
we get him in the studio, he can sign it.
Looking
got, Zane?
online, they are still available to purchase.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's not
So
bad.
I'm guessing because it's a pre-order, what it'll
Yeah.
be is you can order as many as they sell, and then once they ship them out, they'll stop making orders available.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
right.
think it's also it's a limited thing as well. You'll never get
Hmm.
it ever again.
Because whereabouts in the US is
So-
it coming from?
Um,
Any idea?
somewhere. No, I didn't look too much into it. I just kind of saw, oh yeah, free shipping, whatever. Even though
Oh, free
the-
shipping as well. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's kind of also why I did
Yeah.
it, but it was also still $40.
Yeah.
But
hey, man, if it's
Hey.
worth it, it's worth it.
see, it says, oh, maybe I wouldn't show that. Hang on, I'll show something that.
What was it?
Yeah, that's the confirmation of it. There we go.
Oh,
Oh, that's
okay.
that went clear.
That's very clear. That's good.
Yeah,
Shit, man,
and
you
there's
got a
my
pretty- you got a-
address, guys. It's right there.
Sweet. Yep.
Actually, my address did pop up at the bottom there. If I swipe down a little bit,
We would have flashed
would've
your
come up.
address. Yeah,
and
man.
my
Let's-
credit card details. Okay, let's put the phone away. But yeah, that's confirmation there, guys. So we're gonna have a little Spears, little U2s sitting
Fuck yeah, man.
in the studio to add to the decoration.
And that's
So,
the way
that's
we like
pretty-
it. We got to keep getting these collectibles in here, man. And once we're back in the studio, I'll put this beautiful Luke and Lewis Hit the Road poster. I'll have that right beside us. There,
Hell yeah.
that'll be nice.
You're gonna buy that Ash?
I was considering it. Yeah, I was
It's
considering
like
it.
Up to $100 now or something.
Yeah, it's fucking mental. It's been up there for nearly a week now, hasn't it? So it'd probably be coming towards the end. So for those of you who don't know what we're on about, so after they'd sold these online, they were available for 24 hours only, and whatever they had left over, they burn. I think they sold about 90, and they had like 16 left over. So they burnt them all, and then got all the ashes, and thought, hey, let's sell this online. And surely enough, it's doing really well on eBay. What do you have to tell us, Zane?
Zane looks like he's just
Zane's looked
discovered
up the
something.
price.
Oh no!
Right?
How much?
So
Should we do
what
a
was
guess?
your guess, Brandon? Like $100 or something?
How long's it been up for now? Nearly a week?
It's still got 6 days and 2 hours remaining.
Should
Okay,
we
so it must
all
have been a 2 week. Well, at the
try
time,
and guess?
Yeah, well, see,
price?
last week we it was at around $90, $89 or something. That was just within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Look, the type of like avid fans of the Luke and Lewis show, although I consider myself one of them, I'm not as avid a fan as I think the average Luke and Lewis fan is. So I'm gonna guess
Yeah.
that in a week's time, it'd be up around a few $1,000s.
What do you think it is now? And we'll try and
At
guess.
this
What do
point
you
in
think
time?
it is at this very point in time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say
All right.
$200.
$200?
Yeah.
No, I think their fans are pretty stupid. I reckon it's going to be up around $2,000 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm
what
feeling
is it, Zane?
adventurous.
You know what the sad thing is?
What?
I think Brandon may be closer.
Oh.
The price it is currently on, I'm not doing math or anything here, so if you want to check me numbers, check them. But the current bid is $1,220 plus $8 for postage.
Well, in that case, then do you reckon it will be 2,000 in the next 6 days then? What'd you say the postage was
way.
again?
$8.
$8.
$8.
So, Brandon, you were $780 short in your guess.
Holy shit.
And Joel, you were $1,020 short in your guess.
That's fucking... No
That's
way.
mental. That's so mental.
They're pissing themselves. I bet you they're pissing themselves laughing right now.
How many
They're
bids
about to
are on
make
it, Zane?
a
How many
grand.
bids are on it?
50.
50 bids. Fucking hell. That is incredible for their show. I mean for it to get that much, I mean that
Chasing
is
the
some
bag.
great money for the show. Like, holy shit. Like think about all the money that Luke and Lewis have lost in, planning to do trips, their tours, their shows and everything. They just
so
gotta keep
dumb.
selling Ash. This is
It's so
amazing.
dumb. Who's going to spend $1,000 on Ash? I looked at it and I was going to be one of the bidders, right? Because I thought it'd be funny. But
Yeah.
it was already at $80 and I thought, nah.
Fuck this.
The most I would have done is probably put maybe $30.
Yeah.
That might have been plus
At most.
$8 postage.
Yeah.
But and then when I looked at it and it said $80, I was like, oh nah, I'm not that. I'm not that. What's the word?
That desperate.
That
Stupid?
desperate.
I think
Stupid. Yeah,
stupid.
that's the word.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. Yeah.
Without using
right.
the R word, yeah, just totally fucking idiotic.
Special.
Special.
Yeah.
Oh, can you say that,
Zane?
Zane? Isn't it? And you can't say
Look,
reckon we'll leave it there
if
before
I'm
I'm
not
gonna get
comfortably
cancelled out,
numb.
dig more graves.
So
look, if I'm gonna get cancelled out, they might as well just fucking bring it. Like, let's just do it. Last week I
Bring
talked
the
about
fire.
buying a shotgun and killing myself. Now I'm saying special. If I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
but
cancelled,
see,
I'm gonna get
that's
cancelled.
not a
could-
very big. That's a dip in topics.
Yeah, and see, Zane, we could understand the whole shotgun spiel because you're thinking, fuck, man, am I even going to be able to pay for this to replace this
Toilet seat.
I kind of feel like I don't know. I was gonna say, since you're talking about it to yourself, it's not as harmful as if you were to call other people something. You know what I mean? But then again,
Yeah.
the slope between shooting yourself and then calling someone a name is very
Yeah.
different. So I don't know.
But let's be real. If
don't
you're gonna
know if they
get cancelled
compare.
for something, you're gonna get
Go
cancelled
out with
for
a
one
fucking
of those
bang.
two comments. I might as well
it,
go
man.
out properly.
Yeah. See, I like how the most
Go out with a bang.
controversial,
Yeah, nice.
the most controversial member of this podcast, I think we found, is our Jamie. Young Jamie is the most.
Our Jamie. As soon as he's joined the podcast, he's talking about fucking capping himself, dude. He doesn't want to be on.
That's right. Yeah, it just shows the level of respect for this show and the
well-
quality of the content.
Yeah. I guess you could say he's pretty much at the edge. But anyway, we can continue to something else. So,
What would you like to continue to, Joel?
I don't know. I was just saying we should
No idea.
continue.
I've got a little segment here that kind of just came within the last 24 hours. Boys, I think I've found the ultimate Billy's search history. Hit that
Okay.
button. Pubs you can smoke in near me. How to get your virginity back. Is Noel Fielding gay? Do gingers have souls? This is Billy's search history. So, this is just one Google search. You might have seen this, Joel, on his private account yesterday on Instagram.
Yeah. His alt.
Yeah, this is what he looked up. Just straight up looked up Ozzy Osbourne ironing a baby. I'll
What?
I'll share my
Did
screen
Ozzy Osbourne
I'll-
iron a baby?
in a photograph. In a photograph, he's ironing a baby. Now, this is an actual photograph from the 70s. Here, I'll bring it up. The photograph itself is worth $295. And it just fascinates me to think, like, for him to have looked that up, he would have had to have known it existed. So, I don't know where he's... Was he
Was that
watching
like
a documentary or
was-
something? Or did he
Was
just
that
come to
gonna
the...
be
He thought...
a-
What?
What the fuck? I was gonna say like an album cover or something, but like...
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
the photographer, he did a lot of... Mark Weiss, he did a lot of photographs for album covers, like for a lot of Bon Jovi's hits, and this is just one photograph he got of Ozzy. Ironing a fucking baby. So, guys, I reckon this is like... I don't know if Billy will ever look up anything as intense as this again. This is exciting. Now, should I call him up now and ask him what was the intention behind this? How he found
Yeah.
out that there's a photo floating around of Ozzy Osbourne ironing a fucking baby of all things?
Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't even know this existed, to be honest. It goes for $295, nearly $300.
13-inch by 19-inch on frame, so it's a so your standard size kind of photograph. Hey Billy, how you doing?
Good yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Just filming the podcast at the moment. Have you got a minute?
Yeah, I got plenty of minutes, mate. What's up?
Sweet as, man. We're just doing Billy's search history segment, and I think we discovered your ultimate Google search.
Oh, the other night.
Yeah, the Ozzy Osbourne ironing a baby.
Okay, yeah.
Now,
Do you want me to go into detail about it?
well, we'd just like to ask, where was the motivation behind that Google search?
I'm watching this thing on YouTube, and it's like, Ozzy Osbourne's craziest moments, of course.
Right.
And, of course, it's, like, connected to the coronavirus theory, because he chops that bat's head off.
Yep.
And everyone's like, coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so he's doing that. And then there's that one where he's like, who's the beer thief, you know? He took all my beers on the beer thief.
You're the
I
only
think
beer
you're
thief
the
around
beer
here.
thief. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then it comes up to
Classic.
that time Ozzy Osbourne eyeing his kid.
Oh, so that's
That's his
kid.
kid.
Yeah, I was like, the fuck?
Okay.
So I searched this up, I'm like, Ozzy Osbourne ironing a baby. So if I died, and like that night, and they looked at my phone, that would be
The last thing you ever saw.
So yeah, apparently it seems like he's like firstborn kid.
Yeah.
And like, the kid's only like, I don't know, maybe a month or two old.
He's pretty young, yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to take him to a photo shoot. He's in a dress, and he's ironing her. Like, the iron's not on, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the iron
Just-
isn't on
just-
yet.
just that pose.
So who's going, would you want to iron your kid for this photo shoot?
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, Billy, the photograph itself was taken by a photographer named Mark Weiss, and it's available online for $300.
The original.
Yeah, and like I don't know if it's the original, but you can buy it as a photograph.
How big can you get it?
13-inch by 19-inch, so not massive, but kind of.
I think Billy should
bigger
buy
than
it and
a
frame it
record?
in his
kind of
house.
is. Sorry, Billy.
Is it bigger than a record size?
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah, it would be.
Oh, that could be a good investment, mate.
I reckon.
Yeah, so that's the backstory on the whole Aussie situation.
Well, thanks for that, man. Yeah, it'd be about the size of this Luke and Lewis Hit the Road poster.
Okay.
So if you're
Why is it
interested, man.
$300?
Sorry, yeah, $300 on a website called rockartshow.com, but you can probably find it on eBay somewhere. But we've also got another one here of Alice Cooper holding an axe above his head.
Yeah, but that's a pretty
Is that
normal
one with
Alice
blood?
Cooper kind of photo.
It's black and white. Can't really.
Oh, there's
No,
some
but,
heads down the bottom as well.
He's got to have blood.
Oh,
If
there
there's
is.
no blood, I don't want it.
Yeah, it still looks pretty scary. Some dead doll heads. Well, thanks for that, Billy. Thanks for clearing that up. So now we know that if you die, we could explain that to the police when they wonder, what was this
Yeah,
guy
we got
involved in
evidence.
Ozzy
It's all
Osbourne
on
ironing
record.
baby scandal. Yeah. All right, man.
Ironing
Take it
baby
easy, man. I'll talk to
scandal?
you soon.
Catch you later. Have fun, guys.
See you, buddy. Bye-bye. Well, glad we could clear that up.
Yeah. So, do you reckon he's going to buy it now?
I reckon he should. I mean, I'm just thinking where they
He
would
has
look good
to.
in his house. Like, that would be great just right above his television. And that, you're just watching TV and you just look up, it's just right above it. It'd be the perfect
It has to be
spot.
framed as well.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck. That was good. Wow. That's an investment. That's the thing.
I reckon.
That's
It's something.
Yeah, it
Definitely.
is. It's something. It is definitely something. Jesus.
$300. So there you go. There you go, Zane. So you could be buying, a fancy porcelain toilet seat for $300, or you could buy a perfectly good photograph of Ozzy Osbourne ironing his firstborn. Like, which one would you choose?
Seat?
I guess you could laminate it, frame it.
What
Just-
if you can you like put
You gotta try and
custom
hit the baby
porcelain-
as you piss.
Okay. All right. No, okay, that's a. Okay, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know.
A little bit of target practice.
Yeah. It's like, how do you train a kid to, like,
Alright.
with an aimer to piss in a toilet? You put, like, cotton balls in for them to try and hit inside the
that's true.
toilet. So, what's the difference? It's either you're trying to hit that, you're trying to hit the iron, you're trying to hit Ozzy in the face, or you're trying to hit the baby. Which one are you aiming for?
You talk a lot of sense, Zane. You talk a lot of sense.
Joel's like, these guys are fucked.
No, I'm just
Joel
trying to
wants to
think.
move
I don't know
on.
if we should talk about pissing on babies in our podcast. So
I'm aiming to get cancelled today, Joel, can't you tell?
get cancelled on your Instagram. I don't know.
Oh man.
We nearly got cancelled for playing a TMZ video. So
Yeah,
goes
that's
to show
right.
how
I actually
easy it
made
is.
a like a little appeal, a little objection to it, and they told me that if it's found to be fraudulent, we'll terminate your account. I'm like, fuck. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, who's to say it's fraudulent? I could have been the most abusive asshole, and it still would have, been suitable. But then in the end, I actually
Yeah.
took the video down and then just edited it and just fucking flipped the whole video.
Don't want to risk the fucking whole account
That's-
getting terminated. That's kind of a bit
that's right,
harsh,
man.
don't you think?
That'd be
For
pretty.
something that
Yeah.
didn't play that long.
And especially when really it should only be a warning, like a warning. Like,
Considering all the people, all the React channels that are out there to sit there reacting to shit without.
yeah,
anything.
exactly. Yeah,
Wait,
that's
time
right.
out. Technically, it's not even TMZ's footage, and they're the ones who chucked the copyright claim at it, wasn't it? Because technically, they got it from a secondary source, so they're a secondary provider of it.
Exactly.
That's
And
right.
they're
That's
claiming
right.
it as their own personal content
Yeah, well-
because they've chucked a watermark on it.
Well, the thing is, though, if they did get us terminated, then we couldn't do anything about it.
But it's all
I
good.
would
I managed to
yeah.
fix it. Managed to flip it around and get it all sorted. Imagine if we
Yeah.
got copyrighted for having that picture of fucking Ozzy Osbourne up there.
I was actually gonna make that joke,
just-
but yeah,
It just comes up with like property of the Osbourne family. Like, oh fuck. But what a way to go with a bang. Like, wouldn't that be a good controversial topic? Podcast gets cancelled for featuring a photo of Ozzy Osbourne ironing a baby. And that'd be the bit that's problematic. Not the fact that it's copyright, but because, it's a bit violent. It's like, you, Joel,
yeah, not the part
being
where
able
Zane
to
talks
post-
about pissing on a
No,
baby.
that's totally fine. There's no content ID'd over that.
That's personalised thoughts, Joel. There's nothing completely against copyright there. That's all free thoughts.
That's right.
It's true.
All right, boys, we only
Oh,
got 10
boy.
minutes left on this call. I'll start it again.
All right.
All Gucci.
Damn, son.
And we're back. So,
We're
what
back.
you guys been watching over the weekend? Anything good? Any new movies? Any TV shows? Spicy?
At the moment, I've just been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine again. Even though I've
Okay.
seen it like 1,000 times, I'm just watching it with my mum because she hasn't seen it.
Fair enough.
Well,
How many
yeah,
seasons are
just-
there of that? 5 or something? 6?
There's like 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're on season 4 at the moment.
Okay.
But
yeah.
yeah, just been watching that. And I might start watching The Umbrella Academy.
Oh, that's
just
right. That
coming
new
out
season
recently.
dropped. Yeah. I hadn't don't really know much about the so is that's like a superhero kind of movie show kind of it's kind of like X-Men, is it? Kind of like a school?
Yeah,
it's an academy of
that's what
superheroes.
That's what I've taken from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It
So
looks
you
pretty
haven't watched
interesting.
much of it?
No.
No.
But I really want to. So.
Yeah, it sounded
But
interesting.
yeah. That's all I've seen with the time I've had to, with moving and everything. So.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just been watching a few movies over the weekend. I finally got around to watching Heath Ledger's last film, The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, the film where he did the first half of it, and then they had a break for 3 months, and he went back home, and it was in that period when he passed away, and then they came back for filming. But what's interesting, though, is, in a way, it didn't really matter, because at the time, like, it didn't really affect the filming too much, because at the time, the character he plays in the film, like, they managed to film everything that happens in it within the real world. So basically, the plot's basically about this guy who runs, like, a traveling theatrical show, and what they do is they have, like, this little interesting emporium, this little thing, this entrance that when they get people up on the stage to go through, and it takes them into this surreal, dreamlike world of the imagination where it's where they see their deepest desires and that, and it's basically how they find Heath Ledger, who's like this guy hanging by his neck, who was like some guy who the mob had tried to kill, but he'd survive because he'd swallow like this long, sturdy pipe, kind of like the length and girth of a cigar, that he'd stick down his throat before they'd hang him, so it wouldn't quite crush his windpipe, so he survived that way.
Yeah.
And then he kind of tells them, I don't know who I am, I don't remember anything or whatever, and then he helps them, and that make the show a bit more exciting. But on the other hand is the old guy, who's Dr. Parnassus, he's got this dark secret where, like, hundreds of years ago he made a deal with the devil. The devil is played by Tom Waits, funnily enough. And his personification of the devil when he appears to him is this guy called Mr. Nick. Just this little funny hat-wearing, cigarette-smoking Tom Waits character. And he made, like, a deal with him back in the day for immortality, but the catch was that he'd have to give up his child as soon as they turn 16, and his daughter, who he does the travelling show, she's about to turn 16, and then the devil makes a deal with him saying, well, look, if you can, because what happens is when they bring people into this dreamlike world, they have the option between choosing a thing that'll take them on a journey through self-fulfillment and everything, or they can do like a real easy kind of grab at their desires. So on one hand, you've got the devil in this, this easy grab, and then you've got, a nice heavenly kind of looking thing for the other option. And it makes a deal that if he can get at least 5 people to choose the self-fulfillment, then he'll let him have his daughter back. But then as they're doing it and stuff, because what's interesting, what they did film with Heath Ledger was all of his scenes in the real world. So then by the time he's in the dreamlike world, the Imaginarium, the Emporium, it didn't matter so much because they decided they add this extra layer into the film where every time Heath would go with someone into the Emporium, they'd see him as someone else, as someone like how they wish they perceived him. So he goes in there with this posh woman, and she imagines him looking like Johnny Depp, like, just and I think, like, out of all the actors they used to play him, Johnny Depp is like the only one that I think remotely resembled Heath at the time. And then so that happens. And then in another one, it's what's the guy's name from the talented Mr. Ripley? He's kind of got a receding hairline. He's that guy. What was his name? So yeah, him. Jude Law. And then he's another concept, and then a bit later, then it's Colin Farrell, who's like how the 16-year-old perceives him as this beautiful man, seeing him as that. So it wasn't a big deal for production wise, I think, because he's and it's not like he was the main character anyway. He was kind of this kind of mysterious kind of character they had in there as well. But I thought, for what it was worth, it was really, really interesting. It was by Terry Gilliam, who did all those really surreal films in the 80s and 90s, like 12 Monkeys in Brazil, and of course directed all the Monty Python films. So it was, I think it was really good for the most part. I think it was a nice little, thing to end Heath Ledger's legacy in that short-lived kind of thing. But it was pretty good. How about you, Zane? Watched anything good recently?
The only thing I've been watching, and this is going to make Joel smile, is Harry Potter, which we discussed last week.
Woohoo!
But the update on it all is I've officially finished.
Oh, you finished?
Oh, finished all of them.
Finished all the Harry Potter movies.
Sweet.
Nice. What do you think?
First two, for those who missed the episode prior to this, I discussed up to Order of the Phoenix. Basically, I thought first two were shit.
Fair enough.
But the reason I chopped that down to his age, because I was too old for what they were aiming it at.
Yeah, that
Doesn't
makes sense.
quite
Yep.
doesn't quite hit the way it would as a kid. Yeah.
Yep.
That makes
And
sense.
then
Yeah.
is it Goblet of Fire for his third year?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner of Azkaban, that was good. That's when it started to get darker. Goblet of Fire was good because that's when it really started to get like, let's start showing death and stuff.
Yeah.
A little more.
Order of the Phoenix, I thought was okay, but that's chopped down to
Pretty forgettable.
that's like them setting it up for like the last one. That and Half-Blood Prince
Yeah.
is them.
Half-Blood
setting up for
Prince.
the-
What? Yeah, like Half-Blood Prince. All I got out of that movie was that, okay, Professor
Dumbledore
Snape
dies.
isn't who he says he is. Yeah, Dumbledore dies. Draco's a cunt. That's all I got from that. Like, I thought, could they
it
have
also
comprised
sets up the
it-
whole like Horcrux thing though, and like how important
true.
they are.
okay, yeah.
Because that's the big thing they set up in it.
And that classic scene where Harry keeps bringing the holy water to Dumbledore and keeps like, come on, mate,
Yeah.
have some more.
Yeah.
Made for
Yeah,
good
mate.
quality
Yeah,
drunken
yeah.
memes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then so Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2.
Yep.
Wasn't, how do I put this? They were good and I enjoyed them. But there were some things I thought were kind of pointless in that they set up through it.
Which was
Like,
better?
Out of
Part 1
the
or
Deathly
2?
Hallows Part 1
Yeah.
and 2. I'm going to say Part 2.
Yeah, same. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Part 1, it was good and all, but there were some parts that were kind of like, what's the point of putting this in? Like the whole
Yep.
wedding scene.
Yeah, kind of things that,
That,
don't
to me,
really
makes no
matter and
point.
come back to. Yeah, I
That,
didn't
and then-
mind the scene in London because I think that kind of got. Oh, okay. Now they're stepping out of the fucking magic world. Now they're fucking with muggles and that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. But then the other thing I thought was really weird was they mention the bloke who can turn into a werewolf and the girl who likes to turn her face into a pig nose.
Lupin
Yep.
and the other
Trunks.
I can't remember. Oh yeah.
Is it Trunks? I don't know if that's her
Yep.
name or not. Them whole setting up having a kid.
Mm.
Fuck, the point was that.
Yeah.
We never saw the kid, or the only like mention of it is, hey guys, we're pregnant, and then Lupin, what's gonna happen to your fucking kid now? There was no point in saying, oh yeah, Harry, I impregnated her and she birthed a child of my loins.
Dude, how weird is Dobby? He looks so weird in the Deathly Hallows.
He
films.
does, but you've got
Yeah.
to admit, there's a big change in him between Chamber of
Secrets and
Deathly
Deathly
Hallows.
Hallows.
yeah.
Hallows
Yeah.
Part 1.
Well,
He
well,
put
it's-
shoes on.
That's right. Yeah.
He's
Well,
got
it looks
fashion
like
sense.
It's interesting because I guess it made sense to because we've had 8 or 9 years to work on this. CGI's changed a lot. We can make him look more realistic, but he almost looked kind of rubbery, kind of like
Yeah, he looks plastic.
like
Yeah.
he'd be walking around when he's dragging that fucking dodgy guy into the brothel, and it's kind of like
Yeah.
not brothel, bar, whatever the fuck it was.
brothel.
And then there was also the thing in in Deathly Hallows Part 1. What's the point of Mad Eye Moody?
Yeah.
Mad Eye Moody. Who was Mad Eye Moody?
He's the bloke with
He's
the
the
robotic
eye.
eye. The fucked up eye who's like a...
Oh, that's right. When they bring him back,
The one that-
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's in it for a total of, 5 minutes at most,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah.
And it's almost like
let's do
all
this.
they
Killed
do
him
there
off.
is like, hey, we've got the guy who was fucking played by Doctor Who in a couple movies before. Now it's the real
David
guy,
Tennant,
guys.
yeah.
It's the real man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you know what's so funny but also like very unsatisfying was Hedwig's death?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, that was
it
fucking
just
weird. That
happened.
was disappointing. It's like it just made me
just got
think how many kids
was-
like lost their owls just over the years. You know, just
Yeah.
hanging out at Hogwarts and they deliver a message. They go, oh, I probably got fucking blown up on the way home.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that. It's like it's not like a sad death. It's just pow, like
Just
straight away,
tragic.
it's gone.
Just
It's like,
tragic.
Oh,
Just
gone.
Just
Gone.
Yeah, so I also thought McGonagall was good in the last one when it's like she cast a spell to bring out all those like little toy soldier type things who are protecting the school, and it's like she turns to Mrs. Weasley and she's like, "I've always wanted to do that."
Yeah, there
And
were
then-
there were so many of those one-liners. I remember when I went to see the first one, the second one back at the movies. I think, I saw them at a mate's party, or whatever. We went and saw it. Like the whole audience was just pissing themselves laughing at every time Ron said something dumb, or just something unfortunate happened. It was
Yep. And can we talk about the one swear word in like the entire sets of movies? It's Mrs. Weasley, and she goes to Bellatrix.
Oh.
Stay away from my daughter, you bitch.
not
The
my
one
daughter,
time there's
you
any
bitch.
swearing,
Yeah.
one swearing from the entire thing is just Mrs. Weasley telling Bellatrix to go suck a fat knob and fuck off.
Yeah. That was great. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. But you know
Yeah.
what this means now, Zane?
What?
You've got to watch Fantastic Beasts now.
This is going to be controversial, but I actually saw both of those before I'd seen any of the Harry Potter movies.
What do you think of them?
Not knowing anything, they were like, I thought they were okay, they were kind of shit. But see, I didn't know any of the backstory until what they were like setting up for everything. I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. But it was kind of cool because when they're talking about the the Elder Wand, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
How it's Grindelwald who steals it apparently. And the second Fantastic Beast is all about the crimes this man's committed.
Oh my God! Spoilers.
It's in the title. The crimes. of
Yeah.
Grindelwald.
Crimes of fucking Grindelwald.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was kind of a cool thing, I thought. But
Yeah.
again, most people were kind of like, oh yeah, whatever, when they saw it. But having already seen it, it was kind of like, oh shit, that's the same bloke.
How
Yeah,
fucking
see,
cool are the
I-
animals?
I hadn't
Or
seen
the beasts?
Yeah, they were pretty sick. I remember as a kid, like at my primary school, and I'd be like, "What the fuck's this?" And I remember like finding the book Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, and it's literally just a dictionary of beasts. I thought, okay, is this, what the fuck is this? And then reading it gives you all
Yeah.
the backstory about the guy. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't remember seeing him, appearing much in Harry Potter, and then of course they did the movies later. But I never saw the second one because I don't know. I kind of thought I didn't really know where it was going to go. Like after the
Okay.
first one,
Isn't
like what
Dumbledore in it?
Dumbledore is introduced in the second one as a young one.
as a young
So,
guy? Okay,
Brandon-
yeah.
Wait, before I explain what happens, do you have any intentions of watching it or not?
Probably not. I heard
Okay,
it was
so
pretty shit.
yeah, so the Constance kid from the first one, who's that really old bloke who can do magic, who had to suppress it because he lived in the orphanage. It turns out that he's still alive. He wasn't killed.
Yeah.
And basically, the girl that Newt Scamander is engaged to or likes from the Ministry, she killed when they were coming from England to America or America to England or something. She killed her brother. She swapped her brother with someone else and killed it or whatever. So, this baby that gets thrown off turns out to be Constance.
Right.
And Grindelwald's like, he's a prehistoric Voldemort is probably the best way to describe Grindelwald. Is he's like, join me, start an army, let's put magic on top.
Okay. Yeah.
And basically all they reveal is that Constance is actually Dumbledore's half-brother, full brother,
Yeah.
Ooh,
something like
okay.
that.
something or other.
Yeah. Right. Do I need to cut that out of this podcast, or hey man,
It's been out for
if
ages,
we're getting
Fucking-
cancelled, it's
No,
Yeah.
but it's been out for ages. It's like saying that Darth Vader is Luke's dad. It's like, bruh.
yeah, but
You know, it's
the
been
cunt
out
who
for
played.
so long.
But remember, the cunt who played Darth Vader made that spoiler fucking 2 years before they even made Empire. That was.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Oh.
At the fucking Comic Con.
Yeah.
He was like,
We
"Oh
don't
yeah,
need
it
to-
turns
Tom
out to be
Holland.
Luke's fault."
We don't need to cut that
he's,
out.
He's good at doing that shit.
And Mark Ruffalo actually literally spoiling Infinity War, like, before it. Like, there was an interview where he goes, "Oh, guys, have you seen this new one? Everyone dies." And then he goes, "Oh, whoops."
Whoops.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
Did
It's
you
literally-
see when they did Endgame that the Scarlett Johansson spoiled the like hers and Robert Downey Jr.'s characters getting killed off?
No, really.
They're in an
Really?
interview with Jimmy. They're in an interview with I think it's
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, I think, or
Yeah.
possibly. I can't remember who 100%.
Kim?
It's where they do. It's like, so what's your thoughts on the movie? And she goes, I don't know. Me and Robert here get killed off. Me and Robert got killed off and never saw the end of it.
That's nice.
So
Yeah, good
everyone
on them.
just thought, oh, they went off and started filming other things or whatever. But she
Yeah.
actually said,
Oh my god.
It was like that classic,
How did something like that come out?
just before Endgame came, Infinity War came out, and Tom Holland's on the stage. Hey, I'm not really dead. And, oh, hang on,
dude,
no one's
what
seen
about
the
when
fucking
people
movie.
When people are watching that fucking just before Endgame starts, or I think it was Infinity War Far From Home
that's right.
trailer
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
out.
yeah, that's right.
before.
And it's all about, oh, I'm so sorry that Tony's gone. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. yeah. It was right before Endgame starts. There was a Far From Home trailer that started, and it's talking about how he's dead. It's like, oh my god, guys, come on.
It's okay, Peter. And it's okay, Peter. Tony Stark, who's dead now, who died in the last movie, is looking down on you.
It's like, I keep seeing his face, and everyone's like, what? And it's like, yes, he died in Endgame. It's almost like they said that, you know? He died last movie in Endgame.
Oh man, there were people getting beaten up at the cinemas for talking shit. Like there was that one guy, I think in China, who walked out of an early screening and just told everyone lining up for the next screening that everyone died. You know,
Yeah.
like, I think it was the ending of Endgame. Yeah, and then they all go, "Oh fuck you," and then they all got fucking lynched.
How did you
man.
feel at the ending of Infinity War? Like, I knew that they didn't die. That's the sad part. Was when everyone faded to dust, I knew that they were gonna come back
Yeah,
because of the Spider-Man movie that was coming out. I was
oh,
like,
all I thought they were going to do was be like, I hadn't seen any Marvel movies up until that point. The first one I saw was Infinity War.
yep.
So as
Right,
Joel's very disappointed in me right now.
Had
He
a
looks
stroke
like
when he
he's
said that.
Oh.
yeah.
Well, see, Joel, I never saw Civil War or I only
But you
saw
saw a majority.
Avengers. I saw Avengers, and then all those years later, Billy goes, "Hey, Brian, let's go see Infinity War." Okay.
Yeah.
But so I didn't have the emotional attachment that you obviously had to other characters, Joel, having seen them all.
yeah.
But it was kind of like, all I thought they were going to do was like, oh yeah, now all they're going to do is just set it up as they're going to be running like two universes where all these characters they've quote unquote killed off
Yeah.
are going to have all their own individual movies in that universe, and they'll have all their shit in their universe.
True. Yeah. Well, what do you think of it though? Seeing it as the first one.
Honestly, kind of shit. So
Yeah.
for
That's
reference,
what someone else said because it was the
I
first
saw it
one.
for free. So I didn't. This when I was working in the cinemas, they did an exclusive screening, so we weren't using staff tickets to go and see it. They put it on at like, how long? It goes for like nearly 3 hours. So they put it on. They opened it at 11 o'clock or whatever. So it was Anzac Day, so they can't open till 1. They started at like 9 and ran it till whenever. Kind of shit.
Yeah.
Is
Because
my
I
thought.
think the problem with it that I found was that, because I mean, I get that when they got to Infinity War, it's like, okay, now we're turning these into epics, because it was an epic, that picture. You know, it was so much going on. We're bouncing between, you know, so many characters and so many storylines. I liked like all the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. You know, when that kind of tied in with it, but at the same time, that was all I really cared about. Because I just didn't really care about much, like about Black Panther and some of the other ones. I was kind of like, I'm not really here to, which, but I think I think it was all fine in the end, but just wasn't something for me.
Yeah, because I had someone who was in my music class who said Infinity War was shit, and I was like, what? Like, I was really confused. I was like, okay, and then I was like, why? And she goes, oh, it's just a really bad movie. And I was like, all right, well, care to explain your thought process? What's bad about it? And they didn't have anything bad about it. They just said, oh, well, I haven't seen the other movies. And I went, oh, well, I wonder why it was shit. like you wouldn't know what's going on half the time.
Yeah.
Because of half the stuff there's so much complex shit that was happening in that whole, like, in MCU thing. Like, this person grabbing that stone and this stone and the whole build-up to the whole thing. That's why it was kind of better. Whereas if you've seen the whole build-up, and obviously, like Zane said, the attachments you get to the characters, but just how everything ties in, into those films, it makes it a better experience. But when you watch it for the first time, it's kind of like, I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And like, what's going on?
So it doesn't make sense. Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, my room keeps shaking.
Yeah.
You keep looking around, like an earth tremor or something's coming through.
Yeah,
now.
because my screen keeps shaking. My brother's probably doing something in his room. I don't know.
That thing you caught him doing. Yeah.
Family. How's everyone feeling about 6 weeks trapped in 4 walls with just the people you live with? Like, no reason.
Dude, you
can leave.
Been doing this for however long.
Yeah, well, I think we're pros at this point.
The only thing that's stressing me out is health things. So, like, whenever I feel sick, I always get stressed out. It's corona. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just happens. But that's
I'm just kind of like, I haven't, I haven't really been anywhere in the last, since, for ages. I really haven't had the need to go anywhere. So it's kind of been like I've been able to kind of survive on my own, and the whole, you can only exercise 1 hour per day. Well, I do it a couple hours a day, and it's just, on my property in the backyard or just out the front. I don't often go for long walks around, so I've been able to adapt.
How can they police an hour though? How are they physically able to police you only being out of your house for 1 hour?
I could just imagine imagine
you leave the phone
do
behind.
It just made me think of those times back in cross-country run. Every time you do a lap, they put like a mark on you. How many laps you did? They just, all right, we're putting this at this time. You got to be inside.
Yeah,
just right on your fucking wrist.
Yeah. But I think I don't know. Other than the fact that I got to go to Brandon's house when it kind of died down, other than that, I haven't really been anywhere like anything fancy, because it's not like everything reopened again that everyone else treated it like. And then that's why we're here again. But not just
all
that.
the fucking idiots who go and get a COVID test, and while they wait 2 hours, I'll go at the shopping centre that's next door and potentially spread this fucking virus I don't know I've got around it.
Yeah, and then some people try to get the test twice, instead of just sitting there and accepting it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which then also, I was talking to my GP the other day about it. And he was saying that it's the most frustrating thing is when they go back for a second test, is because what if they actually do have it, then they're risking the guy getting it who's giving them the test. They're risking him get it, and then he can pass it on to the next people who are getting tests, and then it continuously goes on. And then people who are waiting for their results, sometimes they get a test, they go off, grab some food, like you said, from the supermarket, and then they're infected. And
just totally ignorant, just no fucks given. Yeah, it's interesting. The families that do have COVID and have been ordered to stay home, interestingly enough, a quarter of them. So the police have been doing like random checks. So they'll go to these houses where they're told this family has COVID-19. They're not allowed to leave their houses under any circumstances. That a quarter of those families that they came to visit weren't home at the time they came to visit them. They were out and about doing shit. Like, that's just...
That pisses me off.
So much disrespect. It just shows how much of a joke you think it is,
Yeah, wasn't it like they were checking on 400 people and 100 of them were missing?
Yeah.
And it's like,
not at home.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like,
unbelievable.
Do you not see every single day there's a there's a thing saying stay at home. Is that just not go through your mind? Like, what the fuck?
And do you see how the cases are rising fucking every single day? It was
Every
ridiculous.
every
We had
day? It's like 723
the other day. It was fucking
Wait,
mental. It's
do you see he's coming out in 5 minutes to release what's happening for businesses and stuff like that? So
Dan Andrews, is he?
Dan Andrews is meant to come out at 3:15 to discuss
Okay.
everything that's...
I've been trying to, like, I don't know, keep my head away from half the shit that's been going on. Like, I do see a lot of the stats, but I think a lot of the stats and just everything going on has not been very good for me mentally, because it's just stressing
and
me
because
out more than anything.
and it's not necessarily there for you. I mean, because you're doing the right
Yeah,
thing.
I'm
We
already
need to
at
get the
home.
message out to the fucking ones who aren't doing it and are refusing, because they're the ones that say, "Oh, it's all a fucking conspiracy," you know. But yeah. Anyway, guys,
Yeah.
I reckon we'll
Yeah.
probably end the next 5 minutes. How are we looking to some current events? Now, you
Hang on,
guys.
I'll put this flag back up. It's just... Oh, no, don't
flag?
worry. Actually, no, it's alright. Yeah, I was just worried that that's gonna fall,
What is it?
but that's alright.
Oh, you
it's a-
Metallica.
Thing. Yeah, I'm just worried it's gonna fall, but it's alright. We can...
All right. Now, Joel, you were telling us a couple of weeks ago about the teenager. Well, not the teenager, but the. That's what. Sorry, I'm just giving it away. But the when Elon Musk and Obama and a hundred other accounts on Twitter were hacked, where they put a post saying, "Give $1,000 to Bitcoin, and I'll give you, I'll double it, give it back." They found
The
the
RuneScape.
kids who did it. They were all teenagers from 3 different countries.
Really?
The ringleader was a 17-year-old. And what's really funny is when, after arresting them, they're saying they could be going to jail for a long time, which I think is a bit, a bit extreme, But
Well, those people are dumb enough to put the money in the first place. But anyway,
yeah. But the other thing is that they said what they did wasn't really. They made no attempt to cover their tracks when they did it. Like, it was a pretty pathetic attempt at trying to, they think, oh, these masterminds that are getting on top. It was pretty fucking dumb. It was pretty easy for them to catch up with them.
yeah.
So now there's all this talk about, but the kid fucking, I'll show you. He looks like a psychopath. This kid scares me. You see him there, Mr.
Oh,
Clark?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Far out. He looks like he'd be a good actor for the Joker, to be honest.
Yeah,
or like one of
he'd
those
be-
cartoon reenactments.
Yeah. He'd be a good serial killer. But make no mistake, this is not an ordinary 17-year-old.
He just all he did was he like did the classic RuneScape thing on in real life, and people fell for it.
Exactly, man. Next we've got a quahog found by an 11-year-old might be Rhode Island's largest clam. So he was out clamming, which is the act of finding clams. Him and his grandfather,
Clamming.
and found this massive clam in the Rhode Island waters. So there's something interesting for you.
That's pretty dope.
15.75 inches across and weighs
5.75
2
inches.
pounds. Pretty fucking big, man. So I actually didn't realize that until reading this the other day that a quahog is a type of clam, because I'd only ever heard quahog in the fucking
In Family Guy.
Family Guy is that because quahog is in the heart of it's a city in Rhode Island that they call it. But okay, so I guess that makes sense with the whole was it Griffin Peterson who
clam.
discovered quahog, and with the whole clam and everything.
Yeah.
Next we have a baby alligator made an unusual visit to South Carolina Beach on the weekend. Now, there's literally a fucking dinosaur just coming out of the fucking beach.
When it plays. Oh. Oh my god.
Like, it's such a cute little thing, but so, like, just think of it. That's a child.
Jesus.
What's it gonna look like when it's, in the next 10 years when it's all grown up?
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty nuts, man.
Fucking terrifying. So yeah, they got him and then they locked him up. But then here we've got an alligator that was removed from a suburban Chicago lake. Imagine that, just feeding the birds by the lake, doing some fishing with Gramps, and then a fucking
Good old
3.5-foot
alligator.
alligator jumps out.
That happens every day in Australia. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
that's it, man. You Yanks don't understand.
Except we
how-
get
how
3
easy it
alligators,
is.
4 kangaroos, and 6 yellowtail rattlesnakes.
And
That's
everything
right, man.
else in between. It all
Yeah.
just comes out of the water at once. Fuck it. Damn.
All right, and lastly,
Pizza.
this one. A pizza
is
shop
that classic
owner
place?
thwarts a robbery by tossing a pizza pie at the suspect. So, in Delaware, a restaurant owner at Stargate Pizza was locking up. I think he was so a guy came in trying to rob the store with a machete outside the store, and he just threw a pizza at him.
Wow. Why?
So the
Why was there a video game in
Oh, that's
in
just a
that?
fucking
Like,
ad. You wouldn't believe how many fucking times that tried to play just then as I was trying to load this. I had to keep fucking pressing the stop button. So yeah,
I
so-
just saw
so-
it and I was
so-
trying to take it seriously.
So this
But,
guy
yeah.
is just in his pizza shop as usual in Delaware, just fucking rolling the fucking dough out and fucking
Yeah,
spinning
yeah,
it
yeah.
around and shit. Comes here, goes, give me your fucking
Couple
money.
of tricks.
Yeah, a few tricks and goes, haha, not today, motherfucker. Pow!
Right in the kisser,
When
mate.
the
Right in the
moon
kisser.
hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
On
Copyrights.
more serious news, sorry to
Yeah.
interlude.
No, that's great.
Did you see Nick Kyrgios was throwing shit at Djokovic?
No.
So Kyrgios said he's not going to compete in the US Open.
Okay.
And he released a full video about it and everything, saying that he's not competing because of coronavirus and all that sort of crap.
Okay.
But
yeah.
he makes a comment that those of you who host your own tournaments in the form of cash grab money schemes, you ruin the great sport of tennis. So for those of you who don't pay attention to sport, Djokovic threw a tournament.
Over the weekend, yeah.
In like a couple of months ago, and got
Was this a while
coronavirus
back,
from
was it?
throwing a tournament.
Oh.
That he hosted the tournament. He threw a
never heard of
tournament.
this. Yeah.
So he threw a tournament, threw a party, and everyone who went to it copped coronavirus. And there were a
Right.
bunch of tennis players and things like that because of
Fucking idiots. Yeah.
sport. I think Wimbledon got cancelled, so he threw his own thing basically.
Yeah.
And,
Okay. And so Kyrgios has come out about it. So yeah.
Yeah, and
okay.
gone, fuck you, cockhead. And just throwing shit at him in his video.
Yeah, okay.
But then, on topic of Corona, did you see, for Collingwood supporters out there, what your great and wonderful coach did? So, old mate Eddie Maguire, who loves to go out there and boast about how great Collingwood is and say all those things like, make
Yep.
sure you're following coronavirus restrictions and everything.
right.
Because a couple of other teams, one bloke got in trouble for his grandma picking up his 3-year-old son or daughter and taking her to like SeaWorld.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And
yeah.
then another one's got in trouble for something else. And then
So all these players. So the thing was, their wives didn't have to go with them. They didn't have to go with them up into the Gold Coast, but they insisted. So okay, so that was fine. But yeah, and they're specifically told you are in quarantine here. You are not to go out and do shit. And what do they
Gallivant.
fucking do? They all break. They all break. They all go
But-
for it. You know.
Frustrating.
before we go throwing shit at wives, we got to think about the people who are coming into direct contact here are coaches and players.
Yeah.
And the great Collingwood coach broke quarantine. So Maguire's comment was that anyone who breaks quarantine should be put on the first plane back and shipped back to Melbourne, wherever they've been moved out of.
Right.
And then Buckley, I think that's Coach Collingwood, isn't it?
Yep.
I think.
Nathan Buckley.
Yep. He gets caught breaking coronavirus with another player from Collingwood and 2 mates. They went and played tennis.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking.
And so Maguire shuts up and basically goes, I'll pay the fine. And then just doesn't make any further comments about it. Isn't trying to put Buckley on a plane home or anything.
Yeah. Right. Because they're mates, mate. Come on. Can't fucking...
Yeah.
Can't dog the boys.
Mates or gay lovers?
Bit of
I'm
both.
going to throw those allegations out there, but you never know, man. A bit of bromance, yeah. But no, it's just fucking unreal. You know, you get given this opportunity and you think, I'm just going to totally fucking abuse it. It just shows how much people just don't give a fuck. You know, it's really a shame. You know, because so many of us that are trying to do the right thing, exactly, and it probably is only going to, you know, just prolong. I don't think we're going to get any better in the next few months. You know, I don't think anything's going to go back to normal for ages. When we keep having all these setbacks, it's ridiculous.
I don't understand why it's so hard to just not stay at home. Or sorry, just stay at home.
Just follow the rules. Just do it. Yes, you know.
Stop like people. I get that people are like, oh, this is like the government are controlling us and shit.
Infringing my rights.
The thing is, do you know why they have to do that? Why do they have to do that? Why does someone have to come in to control it? Yeah, exactly, to protect you. But also, you can't be trusted. You've shown that you can't be trusted yourself to do that. So someone has to come in and say something. You know what I mean? It's just dumb. And people are like, hey, man, we have the right to go do things. We have the right to go fuck each other and whatever. And then the government's like, maybe you shouldn't do that. And then they did it. And then we're in second quarantine, stage 4. And
things just aren't getting any better. So, you know, but I'm hopeful that I think people are starting to get the fucking message, and we can, you know, start to get things sorted. But also that there's been a lot going around for helpline services, Lifeline, and all that. So, you know, anyone out there that is struggling, because it is a lot that's kind of, you know, it's been a difficult year for a lot of people, and these organisations are still running to try and help people as much as you can. You can go on their websites and everything and get help and that. But I think at the moment we just gotta keep, you know,
don't feel like it's a dumb thing, by the way, guys, to go get some help, because it's a good thing. I'm currently
it's really mental health
talking
is really
to Headspace
right now, yeah.
I'm talking to a thing called Headspace, and I'm talking to like a therapist or whatever at the moment, just because of everything that's going on. Because, you know, you need to learn how to manage anxiety. You need to learn how to, just need to talk about it. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to, you know, start talking to people and get some help and shit, because you know,
health right now is really important. You know.
Yeah, and especially if you're staying home for a long time as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just talk to some people.
Exactly.
It's important.
Man. That's right, man. All right, guys, and on that note, we'll leave it there before this Zoom meeting jumps out in less than a minute. Thank you very much for watching. This was episode 40. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. You've helped us get this far by enjoying our content, and we'll just keep doing it unless we get cancelled by a comment one of us makes. But until then, stay safe. This is the Skeptic and the Dude.
Wash your hands.
Hello, viewers of the Skeptic and the Dude podcast. I am here to let you know that if you don't subscribe/follow, you ain't getting to heaven. Peace out.